Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to the Pip Grabber Trading Show. My name is Gary Fickard, known to many as the FxBigDog, and welcome to the Traders Network Club Pip Grabber Trading Show. We're going to go ahead and take a look and see what opportunities we have this morning, but also we're going to go ahead and take a look at the trades that we placed yesterday. How are they featuring? What are we going to do? Are we going to continue to hold? Are we going to cut our losses? What is the deal? I know a lot of you got questions, so we'll go ahead and cover that in the show today. So remember, traders, in this show, all we do is grab 20 pips out of the market. So let's go ahead and get the show on the road. See you right after this. Alrighty, traders. Well, welcome to the show. And yes, in this show, all we do is look for 20 pip net profits, but we also use a cost averaging trading approach. So we do enter the market multiple times, and we're going to do this continuously until we go ahead and bank in our profits. Now, what we do is we very strategically look for levels of support and resistance, and we look to buy off these levels. And if these levels fail, we have a backup plan. And that backup plan is a strategy we use, which is cost averaging. Now remember, traders, not only do we need to use cost averaging in our trading approach in order to be able to have a backup plan, but we also have to have good equity management at all times. That means, traders, that because we're entering multiple positions, you have to have buying power. The only way to have buying power is to have margin. And the way to have margin is to go ahead and start trading with small lot sizes initially, so that when you build up your position, you have enough equity to be able to keep trading the strategy. The one thing that traders fail at is they do not consistently follow through with the strategy. And somewhere, when things don't go right, they lose control. And what happens is they either get margin called, or they run out of margin, or they have to stop trading on certain currency pairs. And if the market still goes against them, they don't have enough buying power to get back into the market, which means that traders, they are going to fail on the strategy, or at least be consistent on the strategy, and therefore fail as a trader. So remember, if that strategy is not for you, if you're sitting here right now and say, well, big dog, that doesn't work for me. Well, fine, that doesn't work for you. Find a strategy that does, all right? So remember something, everything we do here in the trading room doesn't have to fit your comfort zone. This is what works for us, this is what we do, and we've got the results to prove it too, all right? So the strategy absolutely works and works great, but there are some key fundamentals that traders need to know. So we'll go ahead and cover some trades that we're in currently right now from yesterday, and we'll go ahead and talk about that. So let's go into that first, and then stick around, traders. We're going to go ahead and put some more trades in today, but let's go ahead and cover firstly the trades that we had yesterday and how we're going to go ahead and manage it, and what can we expect? What can we expect from these setups? So let's jump into the chart, and let's go take a look at the firstly, let's go ahead and pull up the trades from yesterday. There we go. Denise says, love the strategy, fits my trading style. Fantastic. So here we have a long on US dollar CAD. We placed it yesterday. We have a short on the Canadian Swiss, and we have a Aussie CAD short as well. Now I have to go ahead and apologize yesterday. Yesterday I said that we are trading all of the currency pairs, and I said that we are trading all of them based on a weaker oil. Well, that was not completely correct, because if you actually take a look at the pairs that we're trading right now, US dollar CAD means that we are, because we're buying US dollar CAD, means that we're actually playing the weakness of the Canadian dollar. So that is playing weakness of the Canadian dollar. Then we've got the Swiss, the CAD Swiss, and that is we are selling CAD Swiss, which means, yes, we are playing the weakness of the Canadian dollar. All right, so we are playing Canadian weakness due to oil weakness. But then if you go to the Aussie CAD currently right now, we are selling Aussie CAD. That doesn't mean we are playing weakness of Canadian dollar. That means we're actually playing the strength of the Canadian dollar. So that is almost like a hedge position between the other two. It's not all following the same. I want to go ahead and just correct my statement from yesterday. I actually had Denise point it out, and I'm like, snap, I didn't do that yesterday. All right, so let me go ahead and check it out and see if we can go ahead and look at the details of these trades and figure out exactly what we want to do on these. So let's start off with the US dollar CAD right here. US dollar CAD, we have multiple positions in right here. And let's go ahead and take a look and see what those positions are. So if I open up this chart right here, you'll see that we currently are covering two positions. Our take profit is just before the other order. Now, if you notice right here as well that we actually got close to that target. We actually got real close. But the time that the market moved to that target, spreads were clearly a little wider. And so even though we got to our bid price around that level, it wasn't enough to be able to get us out of the trade because the ask price and the bid price is a spread. And because the spreads are widened, it does not get us out of that buy position. Because remember, buying positions, we get out on a bid price. So which means if the spread is widened, we're not going to get out on that trade because of the bid price and ask price separated by the spread. So we're still in on this trade and we're going to keep monitoring this. So let me go to the chart. I want to go to the chart right here and take a look and see what it looks like on the chart. So let's go to US dollar CAD right here. And I've got the 1 hour open up over here in front of me right now. And if I looked over here, we did notice that there was range-bound trading here. Price went ahead and, well, let's take a look here. All right, so if I look over here, we got good support coming off this level right here. We got good resistance over here, but the market did rally through that and then came back inside. So I'm going to move this up a little bit. And the reason why I've got that resistance here is coming off my third wave right here. Now, traders, what's important right here, if I look at the upward swings, we did have a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And so we're actually chasing after this fourth wave low right here. So I'm going to do some housekeeping here just to go ahead and clean up the charts a little bit. Do this. And the reason why I do this is just to get a little bit more of a clearer perspective of what's going on right here. So as I take a step back and then I look at the charts right here, I notice that we have the market from this fifth wave right here, dip down south, go sideways, rally up, not take out the previous high, and then start a swing going down right here. Then we had a pullback again, so which means that this is the retracement, and we're now going to see price dropping back down south towards this fourth wave right here. So what's important right here, traders, is that we understand that the market moves in waves. We understand that there are turning points in the market based on larger time frames. And because we understand that there's turning points based on larger time frames, we also understand that the market's going to move to these turning points inside the inside structure. So we have internal structure that's going to create this bigger structure. Okay, so we have internal waves that create bigger wave structure. And so as I look over here on the chart, I'm noticing that price moves down, goes back up. So this is going to be my A, B, C correction. All right. And this means that these 5 waves going up right here is going to be my larger wave 1. And this ABC right here is really just going to be my large wave 2 right here. Okay. Now, clearly, traders, I'm looking at a 1 hour time frame, but I'm looking at the intraday wave structure, and I'm trying to figure out where I can buy and sell between these areas. So we're currently at the moment right now, we are at the moment right now buying, and let's go ahead and confirm that again. We are buying US dollar CAD. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to see, is there a chance that price can move back up again? All right. Am I going to see price move back up to go ahead and profit on this? Well, what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to establish that we are in this A, B. All right. That didn't work. This is we're in this A, B, and C move right here. Okay, there we go. So we're in this ABC move right here. So we're looking for price to drop back down to this level. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and zoom in a little closer up here. And I'm going to draw in my fibs from year to year. And what I do know is from a B to a C move, all right, from a B to a C move, and Cameron had this question yesterday, we were talking about this yesterday, but from a B to a C move right here, we are going to see the market create a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There is going to be a 5-wave structure, so I can almost tell where the turning point is going to be once the market goes in and completes this. Now, this is the deal in the short term. If this is a wave 1 right here, and prices move to a 382 bounce, question is, can the market still move back up deeper? And the answer to that is yes. Because remember, traders, even though this is a large wave 1, there's still a possibility that we have a B, C correction in that move. So the market can still do this corrective move from here. It can still do this corrective move, which means that I have to pay attention to the wave structure inside here. I have to see, do I have 5 waves going up right here? Then do I have an A, B, C moving back down? Does the market take out that wave 4? And if it does, then it's going to create another 5 wave going up right here. And that's going to create my A, B, C in the smaller wave structure. All right. Now, I know this is not all about wave structure. We're not talking about teaching about waves, but I just want to give you guys sort of a heads up based on the position that we're in right now. Do we still see price moving back up, and do we need to be concerned about it? And so I always look at this. Anytime the market does not go to my target, firstly, number one, if it doesn't go to the target straight away, but it goes ahead and enters multiple positions, I always look at it and say, well, if I got it wrong there, where's the next level where I can see the market turning? And if I continue to add onto this position, is it going to get to a position where I can actually close out with net profits? And so I look at these type of things to make me feel comfortable about the position that I'm in, but also know that I can sleep at night knowing that I've got the right strategy on this. Okay? So, so what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and break down, and I'm going to go down to a 15-minute time frame. I'm going to break down this move right here. And so already I'm seeing here that we have wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 up here. So this does confirm that we now have an inside ABC move. And I'm going to go ahead and mark it off right here. And this is going to be a AB right here. And then this is the wave 4 right here. So I should be looking for price to take out that low. And then going ahead, maybe moving to a C retracement up here. So this is going to be the A, B, C move inside the structure. So I can see that. And by the way, I'm not really concerned about placing fibs right here. And I know that a lot of traders go ahead and say, well, let's go ahead and put a fib right here. And let's look and see if price goes to the 1.618. Well, traders, in an ABC, you don't really have good identification of where price is going to turn based on your Fibonacci levels. Now, you can use Fibonacci and say, well, if the market moves back to a 618 retracement right here, it's going to go to the 1.618. It doesn't always work out that way. But what we can do is we can start looking for upward swings because we know that this is going to be a zigzag pattern, all right? Because we know it's going to be a zigzag pattern, what we can do is we can go ahead and use, now my tool is not working. What we can do is we can go ahead and use the structure inside here and look for a 5-wave structure. If we complete a 5-wave structure inside here, that'll give us the turning point where C is going to be. And so what I will do here is I'll go ahead and do something like this. Where I'm going to look for a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. When we get to the 5th wave, doesn't matter where the retracement's at, that's where I'm going to anticipate the market to turn around and start heading back down south. So I'm going to assume that the US dollar CAD currently right now is going to move into a ABC move, and we're looking for the C completion. So even though the market has moved down a little further down south, I still have the confidence that we're going to go ahead and move up a little higher. And if I don't, again, we always look at the alternative. If it doesn't, okay, then I will continue to add positions. So currently right now, let's say we added in here, we added in right here. If the market moves down, we know that there's going to be support here. So I will continue to buy the market and get a bounce off support at some time, because even though the market is dipping south, there's still going to be waves going down. And at some point, we're going to hit the fifth wave and we're going to have a deeper correction move. And that's, my friends, where you start making back the profits or make back your trades, is when the market has these deep corrections. And deep corrections happen when we have a five-wave structure and the market's moving to the fourth wave, high or low of that swing. That is the deep correction move that we expect, and the market will then come back to a profit level on those trades. So as long as we stay consistent, we're going to be fine. All right, so long story short, to sum it up, okay, for those that are like, Big Dog, this is way over my head. I'm really getting confused. I don't know what to do right now. Well, this is what we're going to do. We're going to stay long. We're going to stay long on US dollar CAD. We're going to hold our position. We're going to watch to see if we can get this ABC move. If it does, of course, we're going to be great, and the market's going to go ahead and take profits. When we get to complete our C move, we're then going to look to start possibly looking to sell. But that's another conversation on another day. Right now, let's just deal with what we have. We're buying long. We'll stay long, and we'll continue to buy based on our strategy. All right, moving on to the next currency pair. Next currency pair, we are currently, believe we are, is it short? Let's take a look here. Yes. Aussie CAD and CAD Swiss, we are both short on both positions. Let's take a look at that. So here is my, and let me go to a 4 hour right here. Let's just pull up the 4 hour first. Okay, so this is my wave structure that I have right here. Boom, 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 boom. We're looking for price to go to the fourth wave. All right, so we are expecting Aussie CAD to go bullish towards this target at 93.68. Let's go to the bottom right here. All right, so we do see an internal structure, and we were chasing after this fourth wave up here at the top. So it looks like we've got a little bit of extra momentum here before it goes ahead and hits that. So what I want to do here is, I would like to take a look at my wave structure, because right here, we completed a fifth wave. So I'm going to go ahead, and by the way, traders, we did mention this earlier in the last week. We said that we had a fifth wave right here. Price is normally chasing after the fourth wave, but just because of this wave structure, we said that we don't expect price to go below this downward trend line right here. That's why we drew that trend line. And we said that the market's going to hold support there and then rally up. And so what we started doing is, as price got to this level right here, we started selling. Now it's gone through that level. Now we're going to wait for the next resistance level, and we're probably going to sell off that. So let's take a look and see. I'm going to go ahead and clean up the charts right here. Do some housekeeping once again. All right, there we go. All right, so now that we've done some housekeeping, I'm going to go ahead and put in my fibs from here to here. And I'm going to go ahead and the reason why I put these fibs in here, because this is the extended move. If the market moves this far, then we may be heading into a bullish trend. So if it goes to the 1.6 rate, there's a possibility that we're in a bullish trend. But what I'm looking for right here is, where's my level of resistance? Well, here is the first level of resistance right here, which we're not too far away from. So I'm going to say that, hey, if the market is to move another 15 pips up, it is what it is. We know that the fourth wave was a target over here. Price is moving to that, and that's all fine, okay? But now there's also this possibility that we are completing a wave structure inside here, that the market is looking for a correction move. So in order for it to get to this fifth wave, or at least this fourth wave high right here, we might have to see price doing this: wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, we may need to see this happening right here. We already had a five-wave structure right here. Then we had an ABC correction. And now we're having another five wave to complete this, what? A, B, C, if that is a retracement move, right? And that's what we believe. That we believe this is a retracement move, and that's why we're looking for price to go ahead and sell off. Now, I'm starting to see the oscillator moving down. So the oscillator is showing a little bit of negative divergence here. But we obviously, or these negative trend, but we obviously need to see some sort of negative divergence with price and momentum. So I'm going to go ahead and move this down to a 1 hour time frame. And let's see what we got here on the 1 hour. So here's the swing going up. Let's take a look at these swings going up here. So we had a nice little wave 1, 2. Clearly this is a large wave 3 right here. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that off as wave 3. This is going to be wave 3. I'm going to mark this off with our tools here. So this is wave 3. We're looking for a pullback. All right, so we're going to look for a pullback. It could come back to retest that previous high and then take off. We're expecting another rally from the Aussie CAD. So the Aussie CAD should see another rally to complete this 5-wave structure. But what we are going to look for is price to turn around and head back down south. Now let's see if we can see some sort of confirmation here. Well, we can see the oscillator is moving down. Although price has been moving up, the oscillator has been moving down. So we're getting some sort of negative divergence, which means that there's just a matter of time before we start seeing price falling. So I'm quite comfortable holding onto this position. Now let's take a look and see where is our break-even point on this pair. And our break-even point is around about 34 pips away. So it's not too far, which means that just past that, we're going to start looking to take profit. So if we take a look over here, 34 pips would be taking me to about, 44 pips is taking me to that previous high. So I've got 44 pips to take me to the previous high, which means that traders, I should easily make my 20 pips because remember, I've got multiple positions in here. My break-even point, we said it was about 37 pips below, but my profit taking on this, I'm going to go ahead and give you that number. Our profit taking is at 90.74. All right, let's take a look at that, 90.74. So 90.74 is actually, in fact, just above this level right here. Perfect place where we're going to go ahead and look to take profit as price comes back to retest that level right here. So again, we should see the market retrace. And if it doesn't get down to this level right here initially, we might see a little bit of a rally up and then another dip right here. I'll tell you this much. I would love to see another entry point here, which I'm going to consider. Another entry point right here just to bring my break-even point or my target a little up as I'm cost averaging into this position. So we'll keep an eye on the Aussie CAD right here and we'll make a decision on that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next one. Swiss. We're selling the CAD Swiss right here and looking at, let's go to the 4-hour first. 4-hour is just range bound. In fact, let's go ahead and do this. Put a trend line up here. All right, so we've got a trend line going up right here. Got a lot of support coming over here, and we're looking for the market to correct. We're looking for a short-term correction right here. So we are looking for price to drop down a little further down south. Let's go ahead and clean up house a little bit right here. And we notice that we did have this larger swing, and the market is in an ABCD correction. Here it is right here, ABC correction. So there is support right here that's currently holding. This is why we're not profiting on this yet. It is holding, but we expect price to break through, get to this trend line, and then rally back up again because it's moving in an ABC move. And if it does move into that ABC zigzag move, then we do expect price to go ahead and create this A, B, and then C down right here. If you look at the momentum's pushing down. We're not in an oversold condition yet, so which means that it's not indicating that support is holding, which means that we could simply break through that support and get down to the next level of support, and then probably head into an oversold condition, and price would then go ahead and start working its way back up. So we do expect it to fall down. Now, if price is going to stay here inside this bit of ranging trading that we've seen over the last couple of days, then we'll probably go ahead and add in again and then look to go ahead and profit once the market bounces and rejects that level of resistance. So we'll keep to our strategy right here. I think we are in on one position. Let me double check here. So on the Swiss, yep, we've only got the one position right here. So we're about 5 pips down on this. So we're right here at our entry point. So we just need that 20 pip drop and then we should be good to go. Now, that's the trades that we're in right here. So we're pretty confident about keeping those trades holding. Okay, let's focus in on now the another setup. And so what we're going to do is let's go ahead and take a look at the setups on the Euro US dollar right here. All right, take a look at the Euro US dollar. Now, traders, if you are watching the euro US dollar, taking a look at the euro US dollar, we notice that we have had this big, strong rally on the euro US dollar for some time. And there is absolutely retracement due. Now, we spoke about the fourth wave high right here to be a target. Price is working towards that, and we're coming just shy of that level. In fact, if I go ahead and put a level right here, I think we're either just about hit it, and I'll have to dig in a lot deeper into this and take a look, but no, I think we did. Look at that. Wow, look at that. So we actually did take out that high, all right, by a few pips on that spike. But the thing here is, so we managed to get to our target, which is great. But the thing here is, we still understand that price moves in waves, okay? And so, in order for us to really get a good feel on this, we believe that price, although we've seen the market breaking through this wedge right here, I believe this is going to be a fake out because we still need to come back to a level of support. With this big, strong rally that we've seen right here, there's still a retracement move, and we can see it better on the 1 hour right here. We're still there, a retracement move that is due to come back to retest this level that it broke out of. This was a good level of resistance. So we're going to expect some price moving back down south. So I'm going to go ahead and actually anticipate that this move that we've seen right here has not completed the correction move, and that we'll see price moving down a little further down south. And the reason why I'm pointing that out as well is take a look at the oscillator. We're in an overbought condition. Price is going to fake us out here, and we're going to sell off. So I believe that we're going to see a euro US dollar sell-off. Now, before I get too convinced about that, by just this chart, let's take a look at the dollar. And do we expect the dollar to rally? And that's the question here. So here's the dollar right here. I'm going to open up the 4 hour. And if you take a look right here, here's the same thing. Here we had a good sell-off right here. And so we're expecting the dollar to actually increase in value just in the short term. So the dollar's due for a little increase. And if that's going to be the case, then if we're going to start seeing an increase in the dollar, then that helps our US dollar CAD position that we're buying in. And it's also going to help us if we sell euro US dollar right now because we're expecting price to move down. So I'm going to get in on euro US dollar and I'm going to sell it due to the fact that the chart on the euro US dollar is telling me to sell, but also because I'm also expecting dollar to strengthen up a little bit, and that'll bring the euro US dollar down. So let's jump into a trade, and we're going to go ahead and sell euro US dollar. Now, I've been on the sideline on this pair for some time, but now I'm ready to go ahead and sell it. All right, now, if you're wondering how do you track these trades, remember, traders, check out the description below. In the description below, we have, of course, a Telegram channel. You can go ahead and follow all the trades that we place inside the Telegram channel. Check it out. It's there available for you. Okay? All right, let's go to the New Zealand CAD and take a look at the New Zealand CAD this morning as well. Now, we just had a good solid rally up here. We did have a good solid rally going north here. And the question here is, are we at this resistance yet? And we're just about there. Look at that. Okay? So we're just about resistance. Just about at resistance right there at that level. So because we are at that resistance, what's the first thing that we'll be thinking about right now? We'll be thinking about the sell-off. Now, this is a 4 hour time frame. We've seen that the 4 hours given us that strong resistance, or at least indicating strong resistance here based on a Fibonacci level. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and move this down. I'm just going to clean up the charts a little bit here. And I'm going to take out some levels here. Just do a bit of housekeeping. All right. So we're going to go ahead and look at this right here and say, okay, because price is coming close to this level right here, we should see the market selling off. Now, let's go ahead and see if we can get some indication on the lower time frame. Let's go to the 1 hour. Do we see negative divergence here on the 1 hour? We see the oscillator moving down, but we haven't seen price actually go a little higher. So we still could get a little bump towards that 1.618. Let's go to the 15-minute time frame. Do we see divergence here on the 15? Yes. negative divergence. We can see again the oscillator moving down. We need that, just that final pump on the New Zealand CAD right here. So what I'm going to do is this, traders, I'm going to keep a close eye on this, all right? Now, if you want to follow me on Telegram, you can do that by checking out the description below and go ahead and join that Telegram channel. And what I'm going to do is I've got a session coming up in the next 15 minutes, another session I'm going to be broadcasting on another YouTube channel. And when I go ahead and do that, I am going to take a look at the New Zealand CAD. I'm going to keep an eye on that. And I'm actually going to place a trade, a live trade on the New Zealand CAD. But I'm going to tell you, but you'll know exactly when I place that by following me inside the Telegram channel. So make sure that you join the Telegram channel. I'm going to wait a little while. I'm going to expect another final pump in the New Zealand CAD. And when it pumps and gives us another little rally, I'm going to go ahead and look to sell at the top there and sell it back down south. Now, you will only know this if you go ahead and check out the Telegram channel, all right? And join the Telegram channel, and I'll go ahead and place a trade there. Right now, I'm going to put a pin in that because I'm waiting for that final move. And remember, we're chasing after 20 pips. So what's important to me is that I don't get in 5 or 10 pips in front of a level where I should be selling, because that could be half my profit that I could be generating if the market moves in my favor. So I want to make sure I get it at those levels, and that'll give me the best opportunity to be able to capture my 20 pip profit without actually sitting up with an issue. Now, traders, if you recognize that yep, there it is. My camera's gone down. Let's get that camera back up again. There we go. All right, we're back up again. So the thing is this: if we're looking at a possible sell on the New Zealand CAD, what we absolutely want to do on this is we want to go ahead and make sure that the market's sitting at a level where we can go ahead and take advantage of that, which means that I'm going to have to wait for that final pump. And when we get that final pump, then we're going to go ahead and look to sell that right here. So keep an eye on the New Zealand CAD. Look for it in the Telegram channel and look for the updates on the other trades as well. Remember, all the other trades will be giving you updates through the Telegram channel. So check it out. We'll go ahead and make sure that's posted. All right, traders, well, that's pretty much it from me. I want to go ahead and just remind everyone, if you're not subscribed to this channel, you may want to go ahead and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, throw some comments in there, give us some ideas of what you guys are doing. And also, I'd like to know from you guys, not in this chat right here inside the live chat, but I'd like to go ahead and get some comments in our comment box. So if you can go tell us how you guys are doing. If you guys are making profit, if you're generating profit, if these sessions are helping you to be able to become better, successful traders, just let us know. Type it up in the comment box. We'd like to hear from you guys. And so with that being said, everyone have a fantastic morning, and we'll see everyone back again for tomorrow for our last session of the week, and that'll be Thursday at 9:15 Eastern Standard Time. With that being said, this is the FxBigDog signing off.